Hi everyone, welcome to my new little video. Right, we're just going to move on to the next part and making this beautiful waistcoat for a lovely lady. So it's a lady's waistcoat. So all the pockets are in, what we call welt pockets. That's all been hand stitched. I call hand felling around the edges. And within, there's what we call edge stitching. And we do a little top stitching within that as well. So all the pockets are in functional pockets. So now, I've had a fitting with her. I've had to recut it. So now what I'm going to do now, I'll show you the next stage, what we do now. So this is what we call, so what I did, I put them together afterwards and I recut them. So it's how you always do. So you just put them on top of each other. And everything's got to be so accurate, down to the last millimetre. Even less than the millimetre, so that's exactly on top of each other. They're being recut exactly on top of each other. Once you do that, because this is fully canvas, we don't use any fusible interfacings. It's frowned upon in the bespoke world. So what I'm going to do now, this is full wool canvas. I'm going to just trim this back because when we turn the facing in, so I'll just show you, I've cut the facings, 1 second. So we use our, it's like a jacket, we use our front or jacket front or waistcoat front as our template to cut our facings out. So that's what I did. So my facings has been cut exactly from the front. So that's what I've done. So I leave a little extra at the top and at the bottom because I've got to ease. We have to ease this in so it ensures the facing has got more fullness than the front, because otherwise that front can pull. We don't want that, so we have to ease this in. So I always leave a little extra there anyway, and we ease that in. From the pocket going down to there, there's ease in the facing. So when I stitch that in, you'll see me ease that facing in, so it ensures it's not tight, the front. So the facing's always got to have a slight bit of ease in. Now, I'm going to cut my linings out. So we always use the front as our template to cut our linings on our facings out. So it's easier to remember that. You don't need any patterns at all. So I've got this beautiful satin from Bernstein and Banley's, great company. It's a lovely viscose satin. I've got here a pink satin, just to echo the pink of the tweed. This is a pure tweed wool. So what we do now, I'm just going to just show you how we cut. So let me just get this together and we'll move on to the next stage. I'm going to cut the lining the way I'll show it's a very simple way. Okay, I put my line down because it's so wide. I've only just folded over one section because I don't want to, to see that rest. I don't want to like just waste of all that. So I just fold it to, I've just judged it, how far I need the double width of this, okay? Then what you do, you place your facing down because I've already cut my facing around the front, so this is accurate, okay? I place my facing from the edge around just a little bit. You got to add 2 seams, so you'll see what I do in a minute. 1 second, put this up here. So I put my facing down past the edge. It's on the fold, don't forget this is on the fold now. Make sure everything is fine. I'm just going to just press this because this is where the original fold was. Get rid of that. Always press your linings flat, okay everyone? It's very important. A lot of sewers, especially home amateur sewers, they neglect to press, to under press, and then they get these garments that are terribly fitted and terribly made and terribly pressed. So always go under press as you go along. So we'll call under pressing. See, that's totally pressed that lining is now. Okay, right. So that's on the fold now. Place your face in now there. So that's got to go back. You got to add 2 seams on the lining side. So just make sure you got enough to add 2 seam allowances, 2 centimeters. So leave 2 centimeters. So that's what I do there. So place that around. So there'll be enough for 2 centimeters past there. So just gauge that. Put that facing down on the fabric, yeah? Make sure it's that straight. You just got to use your judgment for this. Okay. Then you place your front. You can see what I'm doing. Place your front on top of the face, edge to edge. Okay, how it's cut. Can you see what I'm doing? Edge to edge. Bring this up a bit here. edge to edge. You see? Now I've left a little bit of facing. I always have a little bit of facing extra. Remember, because on the bottom I always have a little bit of ease, so I always cut my facing a little bit longer. Just trying to bring this out for you there. So they're together, yeah? You can see the front is on the edge of the facing. And then next thing you do is just mark around now. I always mark a little bit, just a little bit higher than it was. I leave about a good, I don't know, about a good inch up. Always leave extra because you always trim it off afterwards. And then I always leave extra just on just a little bit extra here on the side, not much. And then on the bottom, I just kind of go with my facing. Now I'm going to put a pleat in this. There'll be a pleat in this line, roughly around where the waist is here. There's going to be a pleat. This my way. I do pleat. I'll show you. So now I'm going to leave a little extra for the pleat, about an inch extra from this facing. I always cut the facing a little bit extra. So about an inch extra there. It's fine. And I always leave a little extra on the side, about an inch. It doesn't really matter. It's always best to have more. You can always cut things off, but you can never add things on. Okay. So I've left an inch there, in there, and then here. This will be exactly with the face in there. That's going to cut flush with there. Okay, can you see that? I've cut flush with the facing because the face is a little bit longer here. I'll come here and cut about an inch past the armhole, and about an inch past here, and I cut an inch past where my facing is, because that's going to become a pleat. That's what I do. Okay, take that off. Okay, now the facing's in place, and then what I do is just mark the facing here. I mean, you could have marked it at the beginning, it doesn't really matter. So I mark the facing, just bring my camera up so you can see it. Mark the facing. And don't forget, this is on the wrong side because the satin is on the right side. We don't want to mark that at all. So take that off, and then I'm just going to add 2 seams, which is 2 centimeters. Okay. Now you can use your ruler. I've got this graded kind of ruler here. So I use these lines here. These lines, 1/2 centimeter. So you've got 1/2 centimeter, 1/2 centimeter, which is 1 centimeter. That's 2 lines. So 4 lines will be 2 centimeters. So I'll just double check that with my tape measure. Just make sure. So you can see 4 lines, 2 centimeters. See? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So these really help you. They aid you, and they become faster, become more efficient. Your work does. So I'm going to put that there. Just make sure that is there. And then I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 lines there, 4 lines there. To go, just double check it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 4 lines here. You can see the 4 lines. I can see it. You won't be able to see it. And I'll just follow that ruler around. That's what I'm going to do here. Just bring it around, bring it around, bring it around. So I'm just following my little dash marks I did on the chalk. You can see there, coming down. Coming down, or if you haven't got one of those rulers, just get your tape measure here, and then just get 2 centimeters if you want to, and do it that way. It doesn't really matter which way you do it, to be quite honest. You know, just that little dash lines, you're fine. And there we have that. So I'm just going to cut this out now. Get my shears. So you can see. So I've still had a little bit more there. We'll just remember to calculate your 2 seams. So there we go. Put that there, put my camera up there. Cut this out. Remember, always cut more than you need. You can always cut things off, but you can never add things on. Remember that, everyone, please. So just cut around here now. Cut around there. There we go. And there's my lining. Okay. So that's it. So there's my facing. And that's my lining. So that's cut out now. So that's going to be seamed to there. Can you see? That's going to be sewn exactly to there. Right. Okay, fine. So I'm just going to carry on with this now. Where my fronts is. Let me get my fronts there. So you can see now, if I just turn this over now, so you can see my facing will be there, stitched. You stitch your lining to your facing first, and then you stitch both when the lining is attached to the facing to the front after. You'll see what I do. So let's see, that's all ready now to be stitched together. Perfect. Then I'm going to put a pleat. So I'm going to mark once. I'm going to just get just approximately. I'll put this back here now. So I need to know where my pocket is here. So I can actually feel my pocket. And that's roughly where the top of the pocket is roughly where your pocket is roughly where your waist is around there. So I put this quite high to the waist so that I know the waist is roughly where the bottom of the pocket is roughly. So I'm going to just put my pleat here. You'll see what I do. So I'll show you little bits and bobs. So that's going to be here, stitched at the top. And then remember I've left extra here at the bottom. So that's going to be there. I've left just about 3/4 inch, it's fine. So that's be fine. And I can actually feel my pocket. And so in the middle of the pocket, I'm going to just get my chalk. I'm going to mark where my pleat's going to be. It can be an inch pleat, so it'd be 1/2 inch folded. It'd be an inch pleat, or it could be a little bit more. So that's roughly where I'm going to put it. Okay. So now I'm just going to get back to you on my next little section, everyone. Hope that's helped some of you, and I'll see you on this great journey making this beautiful waistcoat. Stay well, everyone. Be happy, and I'll see you very, very soon. Ciao for now.